Hey, everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm Christopher Dahl, Blackbird CD here, and thank you so much for joining tonight. It's a Friday afternoon live stream, which of course means you should report to all of your managers and everybody else that's planned a meeting late in the afternoon and say that that time has come for this nonsense to end. Hang tight here because, as usual with these live streams, I encounter always some sort of difficulty, and today's no different. So there we go. Hey, Susan's here. Hi, how you doing? Oh, there, finally my chat worked. Hello, everybody. Wonderful to see you all here. Thank you so much for joining on a Friday. I thought for sure everything was broken. Hey, yeah, the instant I launched the stream, one of my software apps I use for the stream said nope. So they're just like, not gonna happen. So yeah, it's really great. So I'm somewhat hobbled. I was scrambling at the last minute, but it looks like it's working okay. So we're just gonna proceed. Let's kick off with some music today. Got the old library of tunes tonight. As always, let me know if it's too loud, not loud enough. There we go. Any of the above. But yeah, Friday's working out pretty good. I hope that it's working out okay for you as well. Oh, Rhonda's here too. Hello, Rhonda. Edward, I'm not sure if I saw you. Hello. Greetings. Boy, the weeks go by so fast. I have all the great intentions of doing fun things, and yet I living the life as a full-time artist, there's just it's a little overwhelming at times, and I'm the first to admit that I am not the best at my planning, but I'm working on it. If there were no difficulties, you'd think something was wrong. That's right, Rhonda. Exactly. But we're righting the ship and continuing straight on because that's the way we roll it here. But hey, welcome to the studio. So one of the things I want to do for the Patreon only live streams, this shelf behind me up here. It's behind the Christmas decorations I still haven't taken down yet. Speaking of weeks going by. I think that shelf is, right now it's painted sort of a, I don't even know. It's a really gross flesh tone. I don't know. It's probably whatever the paint they had. Peach? I don't even think I could call it that. I think that would be insulting to peaches. But anyway, so I kind of think it needs a nice spacey theme. So I can maybe display a few of the models up there because it's obviously in sight. And then this bulkhead needs a paint job too as well. So I think we might have a little, space art home improvement for the patrons. I think that's going to be a fun one. Anyhow, right. So let's get on over to the bench here. See what we're going to do for our Friday afternoon. What sort of value do we bring to saying yes, that you should not be working and you should be watching this instead? Well, paintings, obviously. Oh my gosh. Nothing wrong with those Christmas decorations. See, I like that, Susan. I appreciate it. Leave them up. I kind of dig them too, actually. During the move, we didn't have them. So actually, it was like 2 years in a row we didn't have them up at all. It was nice to see them again this year. All of the fun little ships. But yeah, so these are the paintings I worked on last week. I just thought I'd throw these out there just so you can see them. These we did on. I did. You watched. You encouraged me. We did in oils, and they're finally kind of set up, which is really nice. I got looking at this one, and it was pretty abstract, but I see visions of a spaceship. So I think that at some point we were going to return to this one. And I think this one shows up better. I don't think my photos did any justice to the magenta. I think the camera just didn't like that. It kept trying to read the magenta as white, which it's not. So cameras can be fooled. I might take some different photos of it. I'm actually pretty happy with it. It's still pretty simple, but you can kind of see it. So anyway, I just thought I'd bring those out here today. Show them off a bit, and we're gonna work on a couple of fun things today. Oh, yeah. I got my Blick order. Look, I've got a new fancy fan brush, which is the from the same line of my favorite brushes. I finally got one of these too. I actually think they sent me the wrong brush. This is like the kind that I started with. It's a little over an inch in U.S. measurements. Forget how many centimeters, whatever an inch is in centimeters. Forgive me. But yeah, I was able to get another one of these. I'm very, very happy for that. And this one. as well. So other than this, it was just kind of paint, which we'll see as we go through it. I was very excited, but today we probably won't be using these. Maybe this one. I might have to. This one might have to graduate to being the star brush. I'm not sure. We're gonna definitely be working with some smaller ones because I've got these wonderful little canvases here, and I've got a pile of these. So we're gonna have a little fun with this, and I have picked a subject for today, which I think I'm gonna start with on one of these. We'll see here. Yeah, let's just keep this out of the way there, and I'm gonna do these in acrylic, just because it's fun. And they dry fast. I think I can have some fun with this at this scale. We'll see. But but the subject that I'm working on, and believe me, there's going to be a space tie-in to this. I thought I would swing this on over. There we go. So that right there, sitting across from me, is my crazy guitar. Yes, Chris has a guitar. Woohoo! My little Les Paul copy guitar by the Agile Company. They were imported from South Korea in the early 2000s by a shop in New Jersey, and I picked one up sight unseen on the recommendation of a friend of mine from the New Jersey area, and they were inexpensive, but it's a great guitar. The thing is it's solid in a very serious way. It was definitely overproduced for the price. So that's been my beast. I'm not gonna play yet. Not a chance. I'm not gonna play on the live stream. But I kind of want to paint the guitar, and I want to do some fun things with it. I think I might do a straight up one just to kind of get it out of the way. And I don't know. We've got an opportunity here for some album cover art. So yeah, right, Raleigh, right, exactly. The axe before us. Yes. Now I should have maybe what I should actually do is have my other camera on the guitar itself. I didn't even think about that. That would actually be pretty funny. I could just like leave this on here. There we go. Oh, but that's a terrible shot, right? I mean, that's just silly. Oh gosh. Anyway, oh, I know what I could do. Hang on. I know how I can do this. Let's see. I think I have a thing I can add. Let's do this. Image. And I'm going to find. I'm tweaking with something on this beast on the stream here. I think I've got a better way I could do. I've got a photo of the guitar. I think. Don't I? Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Boop. There, yeah, there we go. That's huge. That's nice. That's really nice, Chris. Oh my God. Let's see. Transform. Fit to screen. Where's fit to screen? There we go. Fit to screen. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Cool. All right. There we go. Professional live stream. There we are. I'm just gonna stick that up there. Right. Beautiful. I tell you what, you guys get you get the whole behind the scenes experience with this. Hola, hey Andrew, how you doing? Just doing the thing I should have done already. There, so at least we have a reference to the beast that they'll be painting. So there we go. Yeah. All right. And I know it's an unusual subject for me, right? I don't usually paint objects like guitars, right? Unless we turn them into spaceships. So I'm going to find myself a nice. There's so much orange and yellow in it. I'm going to go for the here. I've got a nice pencil here. This is one of my Prismacolor pencils, and it's a bright orange. These are actually watercolor too. It's almost a behind the scenes live stream, exactly, right? We're just we're showing you it's the sausage factory. Anyhow, oh my gosh, hilarious. Okay, brain engaging. Okay, yeah, pretty funny. I actually, it's kind of weird. I almost have to sit up more. Hold on a second. But there we are. Want to get the microphone in the right place. There we go. Yeah, there we are. Okay. So, uh, and now it's in the way of my damn arm. Okay. Cool. Let's see here. So I'm just gonna. Obviously, this isn't gonna take me too long to paint, so I think I'm gonna get through a couple of these. But I'm just gonna establish a line here, and I'm gonna give it. It's about a 5-degree. Look at my hand going straight into the shadow there. Every week I move lights too, so right about there. Yeah, I don't think I've actually properly drawn one of these guitars either. Oh, that's going to be a problem though, because now I need to move this over to about here. There we go. That's going to be better. All right, let's try this again. I'm not even going to worry about removing this second line here. We're going to paint over it. Okay. Let's see. If you've never seen the person, you do the thing where you're like, how far up is the? I am doing that. I'm totally going to do that. Okay, so the neck meets the body a little bit at the halfway point. So we need to go about. It goes up a little bit further than that. So we're gonna do the neck, body, and then this beast is about, how much is that? Let's see here. We do a. Oh. 7. So it's like a head. It's almost a human head. About there. So I'm just getting the notes in. Hey, how you doing, Wes? Good to see you here. Oh, glad you got the things done. That's cool. We thought you were gonna miss you, Wes. And it's almost a straight line. There's a taper to the neck, but at this scale, you'll do yourself a good disservice if you try to grab it. Okay, now this beast is we're gonna go out about there and about there. What I'm gonna like to do is I'm trying to get the contours of the guitar body here. So let's see if I go. She's got a wide berth, sir. Yeah. Goes in pretty tight. Interesting. Yeah, having only just tried to sort of draw these, from memory, it's kind of interesting. The contours of a guitar are actually, it's like trying to draw a cat, right? They seem simple at first, but that they're really not. There we go. That's vaguely less Paul-shaped, isn't it? I think so. Yay! And then the head, kind of a. It's not a traditional Gibson head. It's a little different. It's vaguely Gibson shaped, but not really. It's kind of cool. I mean, for again, an import guitar, they did a great job with it. Okay, it's about that. There we go. Woohoo! So I think I need to straighten this side up a bit, and then this side, and I'm not even. Maybe I'll go back to. Oh my God, this track is hilarious. I added some new tunes to the list, and then we'll do little tuning pegs there. There we go. Yeah, and it's a little tighter in here. Okay, I think I got a good shape. I think I've got a pretty good shape. I know this is as close in as my camera is gonna get without it like losing focus. I know it's a tiny, tiny piece. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside. I'm just pulling out my brushes. I'm sorry I didn't have those handy. So I've got those, and I have a one of my glass plates here for my paint palette. Sorry, folks. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to go with everything. Okay. I think we're going to start off with a little bit of yellow oxide, and I mean a little bit. Let's just we'll put a little bit of that out. Gets the paint stuck in it. All right. This is called real-time foolishness with an artist. Little raw sienna. I'm keeping the earth tones handy. I know there's a lot of black and cream tones, that kind of thing. A little quinacridone magenta so we can get those red colors in there. That's going to help out a ton. Oh, gonna need a little bit of white. Keep some of that handy right up there. Kind of need a yellow. I think I pulled the yellow out. Hold on a sec. I go with a warmer yellow, this cadmium yellow medium here. And I'm going to hold off on the blacks. I could do that's the burnt sienna. Yeah, I'm just going to put some paints out. I'm going to put my paints out. We'll just kind of see where we go, right? Actually, that's the one I kind of wanted instead of this one anyway. Cool. I actually have iridescent bright gold paint. I'm going to save that for later. Okay. Getting the other colors I forgot. What I'm looking for here is got a little bit of cadmium free orange. Keep this up here with my colors, my bright colors. Got a little bit of Naphthol Crimson. This might, I'm going to keep this as an option. I might like this better than the magenta, but I think I'm going to like the magenta. I know there's a lot of paint to be putting out for just one painting, I realize. I kind of reshuffled around my paint box a bit, so this is... I haven't completely sorted everything through yet, unfortunately. And let's see. Do I have a Payne's Gray? Payne's Gray. A little bit of Payne's Gray. Look, almost no blue in this one, folks. Here we go. Okay. Bump. That's what we wanted. And I'm going to save the Mars Black. Oh, a blue. I do have a blue. We're going to use a little ultramarine for this one. There we go. So honestly, this is a pretty good paint palette in general. So if you were looking to develop your own paint palettes, if you were just doing a regular painting, and not a bad way to arrange them. Usually I'd put the white and black on the end over here, but my brightest colors, the red, orange, and yellow, I've kept to the side. And I did try to keep, normally I would keep like my raw sienna and raw sienna and burnt sienna together, but my magenta got in there. I forgot I had this one. So I keep my earth tone yellows together with a burnt umber. I've been using Payne's Gray with burnt umber for black. I like that effect. And then a little bit of blue. So there we go. Hey, mediocre modelers here. Either your brushes are huge or a tiny canvas. Yeah, exactly. That's That's the thing, right? We just don't even know. We'll never know. Actually, I think I can keep this up here. Yeah, let's do that. You know what I could do? Let's just make life easier on ourselves. There we go. We'll just do that. Boop. Yeah. This will be kind of fun. Yeah, we're doing something a little different. I am actually painting a guitar. We'll see how this goes. But I do have some other canvases, so there will be a theme to this, and the space art part will become obvious. Yeah. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. All right. How am I going to tackle this? Okay, let me just think about this for a second. I am going to go with a smaller variety. I do have some water here, but one of my... This is another painter's hack. I do this a lot when I'm painting small things, miniatures and stuff. Let me just get this cleaned out. Sometimes I'll collect, plastic containers. Stephanie and I both do, especially if we think they can be useful in a shop space. So this was a Pringles container. I've already used it for paint once. But what you can do is, and I might do this today, I'm just going to put some water in it. Not a lot, just a little bit. And I'll keep this off to the side for my, for your paintbrush. And then you keep a rag handy. Again, this will be off to the side here a little bit. I think I can turn. Yeah, I like it there, though. Here we go. Boop. Pull this back down a little bit. There we go. And I'll move the water so it's not in the way of the light. So anyway, this is just easier sometimes when you're just painting small amounts. Your mileage may vary. Do what works for you. Absolutely. So, yeah. Okay, I think what I'm going to do to start, I want a little bit of... I want a base color for this. So I'm going to grab a little bit of white. And the reason I'm doing this is I want sort of a matte color. And then I want my yellowish tones. I want the... you shouldn't... I mean, you can mix with your brush like this, but yeah, not so great. Here we go. More water there. Thin this down a bit. All right, let's get the form down. And again, we're using acrylics today, so, we're in good shape. And I like to have enough so that it will fill in and not leave a lot behind. We shall leave nobody behind. Oop. Oh, man. This needs to be, like, up here. I see. Okay. Wait, that's not a Gibson? What brand is that? It's an Agile. Agile. I heard someone call it an Agile, and I laughed so hard. It freaking says Agile. An Agile guitar. Yeah, it's actually a... it's a Korean company. Well, no, there was an American company out of New Jersey, Rondo Music. I think they still have their store, rondomusic.com. They actually got into the online guitar store business really early, and they decided they were going to run their own guitars, and basically he found a vendor in Korea. And I think he basically just spec'd him out a Les Paul. And they made the changes they needed to make, right? So the headstock's a little different. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. They changed the headstock to avoid trademark infringement. And the body's a little different, too. The body's got a slightly different contour. You can really see it in the horn that I'm about ready to get up to here. I was laughing, though, that, it's a very heavy guitar for electric guitars. when I first weighed it, I saw it as 12 pounds. Turns out I was wrong. It actually comes in at what is it, 10 and a half is what it comes in at. So not absurdly heavy, but heavy. Oh, is that a Roland Cube? Yes, it is, Wes. It's a Roland Cube 30. I've had that since and this guitar. I think I got them both around 2006 or so. So they're older instruments, older components. But it's held up very well. Yeah, my Gibson Gold Top is like 9.8. Oh, you got a Gold Top. Oh, very cool. That's awesome. So I got the thing. I ordered it online, sight unseen. And that was a little weird to me. A little bit pointier than this. It was a little weird to me. Like, I couldn't actually, like, go pick the thing up and play it. I lived in Seattle, and they were in, New Jersey, right? Whoops. And, when especially given the price, I mean, it was cheap, inexpensive cheap. A regular Les Paul goes for like $2,400. These at the time were going for like $350. I think that's all I paid for this, brand new. But it turned out to be a really great guitar. The shop I took it to get the thing set up, where they make the adjustments for you and adjust all the string height and everything. The guy was like, "Yeah, if you ever want to sell this guitar, let me know." That was pretty cool. I keep telling that story. It makes me feel better about it. I kind of got the shape a little wrong, so I'm gonna have to correct that. I ended up making it look a little bit more like Michigan. $28.99. Yeah, they've really gotten up there, haven't they? So it has this little fluted top. But I will say this, I've never had an issue with this guitar going out of tune. It holds its tune very well. It has as good a sustain and sound as any Les Paul I've ever picked up and played. In fact, it's solid mahogany and all that good stuff. That's pretty cool. They did a good job. They did a really good job. And they did this for a while. Hey, it's a tune. Okay, so we're gonna get close. Used Les Paul standards can be had for under $2K. That's true. This is very true. Let me catch up on chat a little bit. Okay, you hate the weight. Yeah, they're heavy. It's one of the reasons why if this sticks and I keep playing, I'm looking at an SG is what I'd like to move up to. Well, theoretically, my R0 is 9 pounds, but we'll see when it arrives. Yes. Wes says, you bought yours in 2019 for about 2K. Cool. Cool. COVID made the guitar market explode. Yeah, and then implode. Yeah, it was a very weird time for guitar, the guitar industry. I think they're still kind of recovering from that. But yeah, if me playing guitar and sticking to music sticks this time, and I don't have another 10-year gap, and provided I've sold enough paintings, I've got my eyes on an SG Special 61. All your other guitars are between 6 and 7 pounds. That's awesome. Oh yeah, that's right. And Andrew, you've got a guitar on order. He sent me a photo of it. I'm looking forward to finding out how that is. That's gonna be fun. Oh, Wes, you've got an SG Special too. Awesome. 5.7. Did you get the classic vintage cherry in that, Wes? Because honestly, that's probably what I'm gonna get. That is like high on the top of my list. My first electric guitar ever was an Epiphone SG. Epiphone's owned by Gibson, but they also import their guitars from China, Indonesia, and a number of other places. They're owned by Gibson, so basically what you're getting is effectively a Gibson guitar, but not made in Nashville. And I had a classic uh, the cherry colored, but it was a polyurethane finish SG. That was my first. Got the aged cherry, almost looks orange out in the sun. Oh, that's cool, Wes. I I really I regret selling that SG, even though it was the Epiphone. I regret selling it just because it is a later guitar and the configuration is ever so slightly different. Very important to always drop your brush while you're painting. But yeah, so anyway, let's see if I can get in some letting this thing kind of dry up a little bit. Oh, that's cool. I got some on there. Neat. All right. Yeah. I can't believe I'm doing heavy paints with this. I should have done my I should have done my thinner paints. Maybe I'll move to those. Raleigh says I have a 7-string SG style. Oh wow, cool. You know, it's so wild that the 7-string guitars have kind of exploded on the scene. It feels like since I first got into it, but I've never actually played a 7th. I'm not even sure the principle of adding the 7th string, but I'm sure I could figure it out. That's very cool. Yeah, I've always been fascinated with music and guitar, but the guitars in particular. And I've approached them on and off, approached playing on and off over the years. But usually, what happens is I'll get the guitar, get excited about it, um, reach a certain plateau, and then life gets busy, and I stop for whatever reason. So if I stayed with it this whole time, even in small increments, I'd be great. Needs a little work. Shielding in the cavities to cut down the pickup noise. Oh, yep. And a Music City bridge and locking studs to fix the intonation. That would be good. That'd be good. Andrew says he's got a telly set up with 5 strings a la Keith. Oh, that's very cool. Yeah. All right, let me just go ahead and let's get on to the next. I think what I want to do is introduce some of those warm tones. So I think I'm going to get this right on in here. In fact, let's just I'm going to grab some of this. This is why I should have gone with a thinner paint. There we go. But yeah, someday I'll if I stick with this, there's definitely a developing list of fun things Chris would like to get. I'm sure Stephanie's someplace. She's actually not in the house today. She's probably watching this going, of course there is. My God, there's always something. Folks, the easily annoyed should never get paired up with people like me who have a hobby for every season of the year practically. Oh my gosh. And it's funny. The same kind of thing happened with my telescope fixation. I would get into it, and something busy would happen, and that becomes that. Annie Hall, la-di-da, and la-di-da. Yes, exactly. So I grabbed some of the orange. I thought the Cube was a keyboard amp. That's all I've ever seen it for. Does it even work with the impedance from a guitar? Oh yeah, the Roland Cube 30, absolutely. It's this bad boy is set up for guitar specifically. It has a very simple mod mode, if you will, where it tries to emulate a few different classic tones, your stack, your rectifier stack, and tweed and all that other good stuff. Some of them sound good, some aren't so great, but yeah, and it has EQ. It has a reverb and delay. You can either do one or the other. You can't do both. Chorus, flanger, phaser, tremolo, which are okay. You just can't control the volume of them. You can just you have with one setting. It's really annoying. Hey, John Rawls here. He says, "Yeah, it doesn't look like a spaceship. We're getting there, John. We're starting with the guitar part, but we're gonna get there. Hope you're doing okay, John. Good to see you." Cameron says, "My wife's always giving me crap for switching hobbies every 2 weeks and becoming enamored in something else and obsessing over wanting to do it." Cameron, the hobby is finding hobbies. You have one hobby, just like me. Oh, cool. You didn't know that? Yeah, cool. All the ones I knew are from the late 80s. Oh, Wes, I wasn't really plugged in. Plugged in. I wasn't too plugged into the guitar world. It's very possible you're correct. I think they attempted to branch into the space, but that's the only way I found out about him at the time was, it was a recommended amp, and it sounds pretty decent for being a practice amp. And it's 30 amps. I keep the thing on like level 2 all the time. It's crazy. Spaceship shape really doesn't have much requirements to it. That's right. Aha. We're gonna have some fun with it too. Oh, John says at dialysis. Oh, I hope it's going okay, pal. That's no fun. Sorry. Andrew asks, has anyone tried making a wooden spaceship? The Japanese are building a test project to build up wooden microsats. That's happening in the next 2 years, I think, in the next couple of years. And if David Fincher's original idea for Alien 3 had taken place, Andrew, you would have seen like a Death Star-sized planet that was made out of wood. It was crazy. It was a cool concept. Wes says, wasn't there a movie that had a guitar spaceship? The only thing I can think of, Wes, are the album covers to Boston. Yeah. I also had the Jazz Chorus series with the guitar amps, and now, of course, the Katana series. Yeah, I don't know how they've switched over the years. I just remember it was up between this and PV had an amp that was an early attempt at doing digital modding, and I got the PV amp first, and just every single sound out of the thing was really just annoying more than anything else, and all I wanted was just a straight up guitar amp. So I sent it back and went with my second choice, which was the Roland Cube 30, and it's like, oh yeah, that's all I wanted, right? Cool. That's a very cool concept. It was kind of a neat idea. It really was. There was a lot of wood used in the old Mercury capsules. Actually, you are correct, Wes. There is a lot of wood in the Mercury capsules. Yeah, that's one thing that they were pretty correct about in The Martian. There's not a lot of wood allowed, but they allowed guitars, strangely enough. PVs can be truly awful sounding. Yeah, it was pretty I was not impressed with with what they were trying to do, honestly. All right, I'm gonna try to get myself a nice red here. Kind of get this in, and we'll see where we can go. That looks about it. I'm not gonna try the tiger stripes quite yet, although I should. This is pretty red up here, and then of course there's a place up here for it. It's blending nicely. There we go. There we go. They had a capsule from one of the early orbital missions at Chabot in Oakland. That is really fun. They used to have one at the Science Center in Seattle years ago. I think it's been moved to Oregon. They had a Gemini capsule. It was one of the flight test models. Pretty neat. Really neat. Not getting my blending very good on here. Kind of terrifying to think you're going to space on a tin can with wooden racks holding all the electronics. Spam in a can. Yeah. Yeah, those the early astronauts had balls of steel, right? I mean, let's be serious. They were being asked to do some crazy things. All right, I'm gonna wash this off. They even had cloth-covered wiring in class fuses too. Oh man, yeah. If you ever get a chance to look at some of the early photos of the Mercury capsules, and each one was radically different, right? They were all a little bit custom. They really did. They looked like they came out of like an auto shop that was making stock, custom stock cars. That was kind of my impression of it. Here we go. Da, 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 da. Hey, David, how you doing today? Good to see you. Just turned 8:43 a.m. Saturday morning. Well, good morning on your Sunday. Good morning, New Zealand. Awesome. And for all the rest of you who are experiencing their late Friday afternoons, it's time to get out of work. Woohoo! It's already nearly 4 o'clock here. What are you doing in the office? And I know the West Coast U.S. folks, almost 1 o'clock, you're going to be like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that meeting at 1, 2, 3 o'clock. They're just not going to. Tell them Christopher Dahl's online. We have a good track record right here. It's working out well. It's been getting people out of meetings. Cloth wiring is important for tone, so the Mercury capsule will make good guitar pickup. I'm hoping that by being kind of weirdly streaky here, I'm going to develop a that sort of feel. All right, finally cross the gauge here. There we go. Do a little bit more orange. Go. Oop, I needed more red in there. Let me actually finish this darn. I'm telling you. This guy never finishes anything. Oh, you only say that because it's true. A little bit of connect dent in there. There we go. Space tone. These are some huge tiger stripes in this thing. Holy crap. I'll get this to a point, and then we'll let it dry. I think that's going to be good for the tone there. All right, the tone. Let's see. Chris's favorite things to just jam on without, just from ear. It would include the old Star Trek theme. I haven't really figured it out yet, but I'm getting there. Sometimes I'll pop in a Star Wars theme onto the old guitar if I'm really feeling it. Just to get a sense of where the notes are, that sort of thing. Looking more like your PRS. Yeah. Okay, a little bit more of that amber color to it, isn't it? This is, I have to admit, sometimes doing these miniature paintings is actually kind of fun. I mean, it's a little deceiving when you consider that you can spend as much time on a small painting like this as a large. Really? I know I said I wasn't going to do the red part anymore, but I lied. I'm doing the red part. Here we go. Okay. I feel like the neck, I have to get like a little... Remember, the color affects the tone, right? the color effects. That's the funny thing. I don't know as much about guitars, but I can tell you this much. I know a hell of a lot about paint and of different kinds, right? I'll tell you right now that the whole paint changes tone. I think that's bogus. I really do. All right, I'm gonna try to mix myself up a black, but isn't really black. This is sort of a very deep dark brown. My guitar's got an ebony fretboard. I'm like, really? Ebony on a $300 guitar? Are you kidding me? It's got an ebony fretboard, and those little keys in the neck are actually they're mother of pearl. So yeah. Anyway, I don't mean to start guitar arguments, but it's just like, really? I mean, really? Guitar Wars, the next generation. All right, let me get some of this darker color here. The only thing I don't like about my setup right now is my light. I feel like it needs to be moved about 5 degrees to the left. I'm getting shadows here. That's a little annoying to me. There we go. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Hey, maybe I'm going to try one other thing. I'm going to set this down. See if I can give it a little bit of an angle adjustment there. There we go. Oh yeah, this is the almost Terminator sounding one. I love it. Okay. Back to what I was doing. Let's get that neck in there. It does come down into the body a little bit, so let me see if I can pull this off. Ebony's a lot less expensive than rosewood. Oh, okay. Alrighty. That's cool. I didn't know. And it's brighter in tone. You have an ebony fingerboard on my Music Man Stingray 5. You know, I don't mind a brighter tone because the pickups on this guitar are a little muddy in the and kind of down in the deep mids. In fact, the newest set of strings I got specifically extra bright is what I was told, and I was just curious enough to try them, and actually it helps a ton. It helped a lot. So there we go. I feel like that head is just way huge. Triple A, quadruple A rosewood that dark would be super expensive. Ooh, yeah, that would be, I imagine. Okay. Kind of got the head in there. I feel like I'm sorry, I've got the neck. I feel like the head's a little oversized, but yeah. We're just gonna go with it, folks. Yeah, Les Pauls are relatively dark sounding. Of course, and I've been chatting with Andrew about this. I'm never sure really if it's the pickups in the guitar or my amp. Other than I can plug it into other devices and I still kind of catch the same thing. But yeah. Okay. Since I have kind of chromy top pieces, I'm gonna chromy. That's the technical word. I'm gonna see if I can't. It'll be the only place I really introduce any blue. I just need a little touch of it, like that. I'm gonna do just a touch of this bluish right up there. Go. And, you know, just trying to get a hint at what's going on up top there. I need my hair dryer. Hey, maybe what I could do is okay, that's what I'll do. I'm going to set this aside for a minute. And Oh, wow. What do we do? Maybe I need to do my album cover version. I kind of want to do it in blue. Let's do it in the blue one. All right. Same orange one. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set that aside just for a minute. So I'm going to let that dry. And let's get ourselves a nice Boston-style... back to your question, Wes. I don't think there's any movie I can think of that has a spaceship guitar, right? All right. So now we're going to do the spaceship guitar version. So we're going to put the guitar up here. And we're going to bring it around. It's going to be flying away, right? And, you know, guitars have kind of a hump to them. Cross this way. All right, so let's get this... down there. And then... it looks like Squidward from SpongeBob. And then because, you know, they have those crazy back ends right there, we're going to do this. And then we're going to put something fun on the top. Well, we got to have the thickness of the guitar. That's important. All right. And we have the four controls, right? Oh, wait. Hold on. Yeah. 4 controls will be on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. The switch fits there. Ends about there. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Those Boston album covers are epic. They are. They really are. Yeah. And so we're going to do... Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Use the slightly bigger brush for this one. Bow, 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 bow. Get a bit more of this Payne's gray. I have to have the little ones next to it too. See, I had to get all uptight on the first one just to break myself loose here a little bit, right? Oh, I gotta make sure I get the sides. Hold on, I'm gonna get the sides. Oh. Whoops, I flung paint. I think I'm going to make this... I don't think I want much blue on the bottom of this one. I think I just want this to be a pretty solid color down here. Whoop, got a little bit more. It's kind of funny painting on an angle like this. It's really weird. But I'm trying to make it so that if you see it, it'll register that way. It's kind of fun. All right. I need an extra light. Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Going to go in with some of this. Yeah. All right, let me see if I can pull this off while the paint is still wet. Whoop. Got it on my fingers. This will be helpful for later. Pull that out. There we go. I might go over that white line, but I wanted a lighter line right up there to work with. Okay. Would be a good underside. They were very red, weren't they? Oh, yes, they were. Okay, I know what I mean. I did not get out my cadmium red medium, so I'm going to get that out. There we go. Oh, that was way too much. That's good. That's good. Very important, very important. Okay, cool. Wash that out. I want that. Never mind. Oops, sorry, I got my head in the way of the camera. Okay, bad boy around. I'm just going to paint over the lines I put in for the controls. I know where the knobs go. I have one right in front of me. I'm just going to get this covered. I love cadmium red paints. I don't care if it's dangerous. And it's funny. It doesn't matter if it's the oils, acrylics, or casein. They're all pretty awesome. Okay. Hope you're all having fun here today, everybody. Hope we're having an okay time. Whoops. Didn't have quite enough on there. Now, I don't have the Boston album in front of me. This is just kind of like my going off of my memory, you know, my of the colors maybe and the scene and the setup. So, yeah. I think what I'm going to do for the neck, though, I think I'm going to go straight brown so I can get it in. Just burnt sienna. Okay. Oh, I forgot I did actually have that around each of these too. There we go. Oop. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. Hey, Jean-Marc, how you doing? Greetings today. Hello. Late to the party, that's okay. Glad you got to do your grocery shopping. That's a good thing. Yay, awesome. 8 inches of white gold flakes. Oh, cool. Yes. Awesome. Very, very cool. We got here just in time. Thank you so much. We're doing something a little different today. We've got some guitar action in the space art at the live space art on Friday. Just because I've been obsessed with them, so go figure. just gonna do that. Just incorporate it into the mission logs of the space art by Christopher Dahl Studios. Awesome. Glad to have you here. Thank you. We started this one. And basically just a straight up, it's going to basically be the straight up guitar. And then while I'm waiting for this to dry, it's almost pretty much ready to go. We're doing the like Boston style album cover version. So yeah, it'll be a good time. And these are just little tiny canvases that I have, but they're super fun. So yeah, glad you could join. This is great. Awesome. We are having a grand time. Grab a little bit of my yellow. There we go. And I'm going to yellow up the. Whoa, got a cat here. Here we go. Yellow this up a bit. There we go. That's better. Kind of like that. And then I'll get out my raw sienna again. But yeah, we're painting in acrylics today. And, yeah, just having a good time. And congratulations again on your win. That was very cool. We're having, the painting is almost ready for varnish, I should say. Almost ready for varnish. Yeah. Steady. Yeah, nah, I'm gonna let it just be blip. I'm just going for it. We're on No Fear Fridays. Here's what we are. We're just No Fear Fridays at all. Yeah. Just trying to get the coverage I need on this one. Wow. Okay. as it's drying, I'm finding out where it kind of is not covering as well. So I'm trying to get this. I really want this cadmium medium in here, pretty heavy on this. Shouldn't be dry. All right, cool. Painting the walls this weekend, where it will go refreshing them. You want it to pop. That's right. You want it to pop. Whoops. Right here. Gonna get a hint of the mechanicals down there. A little bit on these guys. There we go. And then there's a knob right there. There we go. Yay! I'm gonna leave that alone though. I think before I go to that, one more whip. As much as I like medium, cadmium red light is gonna be our next friend here. Put that right over here. Cadmium red light gets more into, it's almost orange, right? It's like so hot. There we go. That's gonna be kind of fun. And light's coming in from the left side, so we'll have a little bit of room here for the little glare on the guitar action there. There we go. That's getting there. Whoops, that's still a little wet. Ah, no. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry and see where that goes then. Okay. Let's see. I need a little bit of detail to the background ones. Oh, it needs to be brighter than that. Okay. Whoop. There we go. A couple of those. Yay. Let's see. Is this still active? Yeah, there's a little bit of this. I can give a little tint to the blue there, there. We can do a little dome action on this guy. There we go. A little dome action on this guy. There we go. I dropped my little sparkle, so I'll put that back in. There we go. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try one more color on the guitar face while it's in this state. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I want to push a little bit of the orange. Yeah. More than that. Yeah, that's it. There we go. That's kind of looking good. Getting there. Whoops, too much. Too much. No. What the heck? Not doing anything. Okay. There we go. I kind of liked it better when it was a darker red. I'm going to go back. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm gonna let this one set up like I just did the last one. We're gonna come back to this little creature because we gotta add in some details and see if we can't make it look a little bit more like an actual electric guitar. Yay, there we go. Whoa, 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 there. What is going on with the damn camera? All right, come on. There we go. Hopefully that'll last a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to take a quick... I'm sorry, Jean-Marc, you got here just in time for me to take a break, but I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back in a couple of minutes. So do not go away. Won't be long. I guess I could put this out there, too, so we can kind of see what we're working on. There we go. Okay. We are back. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you so much. My microphone going? Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. I just jumped places. Oh, very fun. Okay, well, thank you for being here. We are on a Friday afternoon. We're gonna do a little edge of the space art. We're kind of going into the guitar music world. I think my guitar here. I think it's not quite wide enough, and I think my neck got a little too wide. But we're gonna do some background work to get that part in place. So I'm gonna move this one out of the way. Let me see if I can get back in here on this bad boy and see if we can't correct the shape a little bit. So I think that needs to be a little bit wider out here. There we go. And a little bit wider out here. There we go. Maybe just to give it a little more mass, if you will. Maybe it's... They're complicated shapes. They really are. Oh, this one's not rounded enough. Okay, cool. I got you. Same thing with down there. All right, and I don't think I quite got it. Yeah, I think I got this. Who knows? Not a definitive illustration of a Les Paul shape, right? It's just sort of a painting sketch. Hey, Arts of Space, how you doing? Hey, nice guitar. Thank you very much. I'm painting my knockoff Korean-made Agile Les Paul for today. We're also doing a album cover variant of it, so that's where the space art part comes in. I don't know. I just kind of thought it'd be fun to sort of try something a little different today, just for good measure. We'll see how it goes. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get in an indication of the pickups, and those are kind of gold. That's fine. As I look at them, they're a little gold and a little touch of blue. I think we'll get this into sort of a gray gold mix here. There we go. I think that's going to do nicely. Just a kind of a nice muddy mess. That's what I was looking for. Is a nice muddy mess. Knockoffs still make good music. They really do too. All right, I got to make sure I get this here. It's just below the curve. Okay, wait. I'm gonna start with the tail stop. It's gonna come out about there. So I'm just gonna put that in. I think it's about there. I might be a little bit too far this way. But that's okay. We're gonna just put that in. Put in an indication of the bridge in there. Go, and then the pickups are going to go about right here. And this is going to be one pickup, maybe a little too far. I don't know. We'll see. And my second pickup is pretty close to the neck up here, right? We'll do that. Trying to get it all in the right place, right? And then it's got the pick guard. I will get in here right now. It comes up about halfway, hooks around up here. Whoa, get me some more paint. Get me some more paint. It comes out to here, comes around, and slides on up there, and then I cover up all this juicy goodness. Okay, cool. Well, we'll get that. All right, so basically, it's like that. I have a Chinese classical guitar, and it sounds beautifully. Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. I'm gonna grab a little more white. I think it's like kind of neat right there. A little bit more straight up white. No, I'm not ashamed of this guitar at all. I'm actually thrilled that I'm thrilled that I kept it because I did kind of walk away from music entirely and sold a guitar years ago, and I kind of regret that. I kind of regret having it out of my life. Oh, I need the little switch up there. I know that it's more yellow, but I just want to get the thing in there. Same with the knobs down here. We've got a knob right there. Little small dude. We've got one down here, and then they're offset. This one, and then right there we go. I think that's close enough. Line there for that. A line for this. Yeah, I keep saying, like, well, just imagine how much better you would have been if you just stuck with it, right? You know? But we all make choices. Are you doing a space background? Yeah, basically, I think I'm going to do a space background for this one. Like kind of and nothing too terribly fancy, right? I really want the star to be the guitar. I'm going to be that goofy about it, right? And then the other one's going to be a little bit more of a fantasy one as well. So we're kind of going to do a little bit of both. All right, here we go. I'm going to drop in some detail on the pickups here. There we go. And I'm kind of thinking I might come in with a very sharp colored pencil to do some of this, right? Like, I can't honestly think how I'm going to do the, I guess I could paint in the frets, but that just sounds challenging and not very fun. All right, let's see if I can't get in some darkness in here. Darkness. Yeah, actually, if I waited for this to dry, one of the things I could do is just come in with a black pen. Actually, probably really clean some of these up. I don't think I have anything fine enough to do the. I think I'm gonna have to rely on a sharpened colored pencil. Let's just see. Yeah, I have a straight white. We'll see if I can pull this off. Actually, I don't think I want white. I don't want to go straight white. I'm going to go with French gray. If your guitar's a knockoff, like you say, does that mean your painting will end up being a fake? Yes! Oh, the... Oh, crap. Bummer. Oh, the agony. I'm just trying to get a good sharp edge on this pencil. And of course it sucks. God, these colored pencils suck. Can't sharpen for shit. All right, I'll go to the other one. Could be my sharpener's shot. I swear, I end up eating up 3/4 of these pencils just in the act of sharpening them. All right, let's see if we can get this on in here. I'm going to start at the nut, because that's easy. Make sure I get this in. Oh, this is terrible. I'm just going to see if I can't. Not going to be an accurate guitar range here, folks. Just FYI. I'm just going to do some stuff. There we go. Just to get those in there. All right. Well, that was a lot of hassle for not much of a payoff, wasn't it? All right, let me see if I can get my little mother of pearl inlays in there, right? That. 12th fret is about right there. There we go. 9, 7, 5, 3, right? There we go. Just basically like that. I'm terrible about this. Steadying. What kind of music do I play? Well, this is... It's royalty free. This particular track is by Richie Everett is his name. You've Done Enough, and this is from an album on. It's through Spotify, but it is a copyright free. You can use it for anything kind of music, and it's awesome. His other track is one that I use for the live stream opening. I'm just going to try to leave a hint of the details up here. I have a fleur-de-lis that I'll never get into this thing. I swear. Oh, what music do I play on the guitar? Oh, not very much. I will say this. Kind of blues, classic rock, some 80s pop tunes that were kind of considered new wave, alternative, British at the time. I'm enjoying some surf rock, enjoying learning some of that. If I could ever get to the point where I could play the Cliffs of Dover, I'd be thrilled. So, yeah. But I do like Polynesian folk music. Yeah, right. Perfect. No, I do like a lot of different styles. I would love to do some kind of like ambient, spacey music for the live stream, and that's really kind of the thing that got me to. Can't wait to see me watch paint the serial number. I know, right? Never gonna happen. I was thinking to myself, I have just enough of a start to be able to pull off some good ambient music, right? So that was Eric Johnson, right? Not for the faint of heart shot. Yeah, Eric Johnson to me is kind of like you'll get there in maybe 10 years if you're lucky, right? To do something kind of playable. Yeah, I have a very realistic idea of my abilities. Let me put it that way. A little bit on there. There's a little line straight down between the pickups there. There we go. Get a little bit of this. But yeah, good to have musical. I'll tell you right now, the one I'm having fun learning is it's by Toto. It's the desert theme from the Dune soundtrack, the David Lynch 1984 Dune movie. They just call it the desert theme. There's a really good live version of it that I've probably watched 100 times. But that's the kind of stuff that I've been focusing on. Little bits like that. Little dots there. Little bit there. Couple of dots across there. So a lot of it is just like what's the stuff I've enjoyed listening to, and can I play it? Luke Cather, yeah, exactly. That was nice. The Dune Desert theme is nice because it does it kind of has positions all across the register. Paint every screw. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna paint the strings. Just watch me. No, but the desert theme in particular has some neat positions played across the fretboard. So as I'm learning the neck and the positions, it's kind of helped me. It's been a good reference, if you will. So yeah, there we go. Hans Zimmer Interstellar soundtrack is pretty easy one to try. I might give that a shot. Well, the weird thing is Hans Zimmer's the bagpipes in his Dune soundtrack were done on guitar, and I don't even think I don't even think Denis Villeneuve knew that until they were sitting in an interview together once, and he's like, "What? What do you mean my beautiful bagpipes are guitar? Yeah, beautiful bagpipes are guitar." They had, I forget the guy's name, the musician that did it, but I guess he's a pretty well-known fusion jazz musician for guitar overseas. If you paint Wes's screw, I want numbers around the dials. Yeah, the bagpipes, but they sounded awful. They did. They sounded great. They really did. I'm trying to give a little bit of a hint of the edge of this guitar so that it's not so oh, it was way thicker than I wanted. We're definitely gonna do a spacey background, yeah. But yeah, just to kind of give it a little thickness, if you will. There we go. Do a little bit of this. Okay. I am gonna need to get my black out. I don't have any black on. I do need to get some actual black. White binding, yeah. You can give a shot at the Inception score. Great guitar. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah. I learned. I got pretty far in my 2 different times of my life when I was playing guitar a lot. So some understanding of chord structures, I've got that. Rudimentary understanding of notes and their relationships. I don't really have a lot of scales memorized on the guitar, unfortunately. So I'm kind of back to I'm kind of back to square one with my learning a little bit. That's okay. It's exciting. All right, now I'm just going to clean up the edges of this a little bit. And we'll give it a little guitar flair. There we go. I want to learn the Star Trek: The Next Generation intro, but it's a bit too hard for me. Oh, I keep trying that one too. And I know there's people demonstrating the how to play XYZ. But some things I like to just kind of leave for myself to figure out. What's that, Andrew, you're talking about? And I'm sure other people, anyone playing, sort of like playing by ear, interesting skill to develop, and that's something I kind of want to do as well. All right. This is kind of fun. It's actually kind of giving it like a shadow. That's very interesting. No, but we'll give it a nice little spacey background here in a second. There we go. This is actually helping out quite a bit. I like that I still, you know what? Okay, you were screwing me about bindings. I have the tiniest of yellow lines around here to make it look like there's a binding in there. The tiniest, yeah. The most rudimentary line. I admire anyone who can play by ear, but I need tabs. Oop, typos. That's okay. I like seeing someone how as a good guitarist play something so I don't pick up bad habits. Yeah, I like seeing. Yeah, that's another one. And one of the things I've wanted to do. Sorry, Arts of Space. I'm trying to get away from tabs as much as I can, just because they're a bit of a crutch, right? I like them for kind of figuring things out, but I'm kind of trying to learn the music theory part behind it, and why something sounds good, and instead of just where do my fingers go. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to do that. I'm adding a little spacey backgroundy stuff to this, so we're getting in there. I love that. Yep. Nice little laser fire things. Wes said, I played by ear for a long time, from age 4 till I was in high school, and finally had a teacher. I had so many bad technique habits. That's cool that you had a teacher. I had one lesson when I was in about 4th grade. And it was really cool. I'm glad my parents put me into that. But what happened was the guitar that I had, I didn't know this until years later. They got a kid's guitar, a smaller size acoustic guitar. But the shop had put, the brass wound, metal strings on it that were they weren't the right gauge for the guitar. I didn't know this. My teacher at the time didn't really pick it up and notice it. I didn't notice it until I had put it down and came back years later, and I needed to get new strings, and I took it into a shop, and they were like, holy crap, this is like, what do you have on this thing? So I got lighter strings, picked up a lot of good stuff with it, and until it died. So that was a gap of about 8 years, between playing, which was unfortunate, but what do you do? Heavy strings are the worst. Yeah, especially if they're not the right damn strings for your guitar. I mean, they basically had a string set that was for an adult, right? Instead of string sets that were for a shortened guitar. It was like a full-size guitar strings on this thing. It was ridiculous. I know it's not the size; it's the gauge, right? Maybe your teacher had that bad habits that you were the one. Yeah. We all know. Anyway. But yeah, then I got a nice electric. Actually, I had a 12-string acoustic for a while, a nice Takamine 12-string. But nobody at the time said you have to detune your 12-string when you're done with it at the end of the day. So, like a lot of inexpensive 12-string guitars, mine suffered from some pretty heinous warping of the board. The bridge was pulling off. I finally just kind of said, nah, I'm selling it. I found somebody that gave me a good trade, and I ended up with a nice electric. That's where I got that Epiphone, and played that for about 3-4 years, and then life happened again, and just kind of got away from it. It got away from me. My mistake, I know, but you know, it's fun. Look at that, we got little spacey bits. Heavy gauge and on a 12-string with a bent neck, you'll get calluses in about 30 minutes. Seriously, right? All right, let's get some nice fun stars into this one. We need... Oh, you know what we need first? So I'm going to get some red stars over here. Whoop. Too wet. Got that one. Okay. Oh, sorry. Hands in the way. And we want some nice blue stars on this side. Do this one, and this one. One up there. Okay. And go back in with a drop of brighter. Actually, right in the middle. There we go. It was fun my first year of college. Everyone on the first floor of my dorm had an acoustic guitar. We hosted together in the communal showers. And oh my god, that's the reverb. That's awesome. John Mark says, I miss my Takamine 12-string so much. Oh gosh, they sounded... They really sound amazing, right? When they're in tune, they sounded really amazing. Not gonna lie. Okay, we're gonna try to get a yellow dot in the middle of these. Yeah, we got those. Whoop. I'm gonna see if there's, I guess, a little bit of yellow up here, maybe? Yeah, there we go. If I introduce a little bit more yellow into this, it'll make it feel a little bit more, a little less, a little warmer. There we go. Yeah. Okay, let's get some dots in for stars over here. Oh, not yet. We aren't. Come on. My paint's dry. So, yeah. If your acrylic paint sits out for too long, it starts to thicken up, and that's what's happening. So, damn. Let's get this in here. I'm afraid to do any star flicking on this one, just because I don't think I have anything that would be sufficiently small to do this properly. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting some fun action in here. Let's get some highlights on the guitar, on the metal bits. And up here in the neck, the tuning pegs. Little bit in the logo, a little tuning peg action over here. We'll get a little hint at these Just a hint at the fretboard. Wow, the fretboard's like, the frets disappeared. That's very annoying. We'll highlight on the edge of the guitar. We'll highlight on the edge of the guitar over here. We'll highlight on the edge of the metal bits. My actually, I think I need to get a couple of highlights into these bits in there. I didn't quite capture the gold of my knob. I didn't quite capture the gold of my knobs yet, so let me do that. Flicking would probably be a big mess on this little page. Yes, exactly. Wes says, everyone I knew had one of those Ovation 12 strings, the holes of the fiberglass bowl-shaped backs. Yeah, that's, I always thought those were cool looking, Wes. I really did. I was very tempted a couple of times to go down the Ovation line. That was pretty, they're kind of neat. And actually, they had some pretty inexpensive models, too, that sounded great. Alrighty. Let's see if I can get in some of the gold in here. Yeah, there we go. Just a hint. A little bit in there. There we go. What else am I seeing in here? Gets my space guitar. Nancy Wilson. Woohoo! That's actually kind of fun. Yeah, Ovation's still around. Yeah, they're definitely still around. Oop, didn't want that one. There we go. Oh, well, of course I have to get the little, the little knob for the straps. That's got to be on there, right? There we go. That's a little too much, but it'll look like a star. There. All right. I think I learned a long time ago I'm a Martin guy. Cool. Now I have a nice little Taylor that I really like and a Strat, of course. Oh, cool. I don't have any Fenders in my I've never owned a Fender. I feel terrible. I've been telling Andrew about that. At some point I need a Fender in the mix. All right, there we go. So there's my spacey Les Paul. Yay! My Agile Les Paul copy. Yes, but that's kind of fun. I kind of went Space 1999 with the background on it. But yeah, let's set that aside. Let's come back to this bad boy. Woohoo! All right, now we got some fun to do, fun stuff. All right, let's get get this guy covered up with a little bit of yellow because that's not straight white. All right, now we're gonna be looking. I'm gonna turn it upside down this way. Let me get in some details in here. All right. Yeah, this is going to be fun. But you're mainly a piano player. I wish I had learned piano. I really do. We didn't have one until I'd moved out of the house. So this is going to basically be up here. And then we'll get a couple of straight lines there. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's one of those, one of those, one of those, and one of those. And we'll do a little bit of that. Since this is such a harsh edge, I'm kind of not gonna worry too much about um, what I put in there detail wise. So need a little cream color instead of straight white. There we are. I'm just gonna hint in the details in here. So this is like where the pickups go and everything, all of this. Whoop. And we'll get in the knob shapes in a light color. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Pretty cool. Oh, thank you, Wes. I appreciate it. Looking great as always. No way to know where the dials are, but hey, looking great. I know. It's kind of, I'm just going to guess. I'm just going to make it look good. It's funny. I'm actually a drummer. Oh, that's right. I think I remember that. And you played bass on your song you just released on the Discord. Which, by the way, if you're on the Discord, Wes here and his friends released a track. It's pretty cool. I'm a drummer over 50 years, but I've played bass and guitar as well since the late 80s. That's very cool. Are you going to try to do the stylized blue flames shooting down? I was thinking of doing something with that. I absolutely have to, Wes. What do you think? I think that's important. I think I've got to do it. Yeah. But I also need some, need a little city action going on up here. So, yeah, we're going to get a little bit of this. We need kind of the crazy city line thing going on up here. There we go. Get a little city thing in. It'd be funny to give it a different city name like Cincinnati. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to do the text, though. That's the thing. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Now, again, I don't want to reference anything. I just want to go from my memory on this. So let me see if I can't do some, you know, crazy thing down along here. Whoops, I keep getting my hand in the way. Flint. I'm from Flint, Michigan, so I should just call it that, right? Burton. Iridium, you still there? What do you think? Burton? Flint? Holly? That's a link to the new single we just released. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so check it out. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm impressed anytime anyone records and releases music, as it's one of those things I've always wanted to do and never quite incorporated properly into my creative life. So there we are. All right. Now I need a little bit of the magenta. See, now I'm just getting careless at the end because I don't really want to. I just want the effect. But now I'm making a very wet board. I'm putting these on wet so that I'm hoping that it'll register as kind of a it'll blend with what else is in there already, kind of like that. Yeah. There we go. Oil City, right? There we go. Clean the old brush off. It's amazing what you can do with a guitar, a mic, a laptop, and a DAW and a cheap interface. It's awesome. Seriously, it's so awesome. I'm looking forward to recording some tracks for upcoming videos. In fact, it's pretty funny. Do any of you remember when I did kind of a Flash Gordon painting years ago? It was sort of the yellow one. That's one of the ones on the list to put onto YouTube, and I really kind of want to record some Brian May riffs. Yeah, it is a Boston knockoff. Yeah, it actually is. Arts of Space. It is. I kind of want to record some Queen style riffs that sound like the Flash Gordon theme, but isn't really the Flash Gordon theme, if you know what I mean. And but I'm actually. Yeah, I'm very tempted to do that. But yeah. All right, let's see. Want this down here, like this up there. I'm trying to add the details of the guitar with my tiny brush. All right, I'm getting there. We're getting there. Let me see if I could do the same on the others. That's a little wet. Thank you. I appreciate it. I bet GarageBand has an AC30 amp model. That's what brand. Oh, that's right. Oh, I bet they do. I bet you're right. This is what I'm going to regret, that I don't have a Mac with GarageBand loaded. All right, I've got my white out, so I'm gonna basically come in and do some work in here. Oh yeah, we're getting there. I can't listen to Boston anymore without thinking of the movie The Men Who Stare at Goats. Oh, I forgot about yeah. Actually, I haven't seen that movie in a while, so I've forgotten that they have sort of, you know, I've forgotten the reference from that, what they used it for. But it's so funny that's the memory that comes to it. There's a few movies where I think about the band and I go back to the movie that it was from. So yeah, totally get that. Doing a little yellow in here just to add that cream tone to the plastic pieces as much as I can where they exist. There we go. All right. Oh, all my paint is getting gummy. I'm very annoyed. Let's see if I can add. Yeah, it's about the same color, but on a little bit lighter. I think for this, let me see if I can get it. That's barely even lighter. There we go. Yeah! Heck yeah! More Than a Feeling is George Clooney's trigger song. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. The Men Who Stare at Ghosts. I needed some very bright yellow in here, so I'm going to add some to the detailing. So one of these days, I'll be reasonably confident enough to the point where I'll pull the guitar out in the live stream. I don't know when that's going to be though, and no guarantees, folks. Don't rush me. All right, there we go. What do we think here, everybody? I think that's kind of fun. What am I missing out of it? This one doesn't have like stars. I could do like a star. A couple of those. But they're just going to look like more guitars, I think. Still, that's okay. That'll work. Gets a little bit in there. All right. So here are my side-by-side guitar paintings for the night. There we go. For the day. Awesome. I'll have to take some good close-up photos of these for later because, well, let me see if I can get them up here. There we go. Let's see. Can I get it to focus? Yeah, there we go. So there's the first one. Thank you. Oh yeah, I appreciate all the hearts. And if you like the live stream, please hit the like button. That would be fantastic. More Than a Feline, right? Got more than 20 felines. And then here's this sort of, it's a little sketchy, right? Oh, thank you. Inspires me to do some guitar paintings. Oh, fun. It's kind of fun, right? It's just sort of a thing. Yay! Awesome. But what these need now is like a little fancy frame for them to go into, and we can go from there. But yeah, my fun guitar themed evening here today, or afternoon. I swear, it's like I said. At some point when I have a reasonable amount of confidence, I'll start bringing it on in. But what I really want is the Stylotheremin. They have a new theremin. The Stylomon is the name of the company. They have a theremin that I would love to have in the show. Just that would be a riot, I think. Very fun. Very fun. Yeah, actually, guitars are strange. They're a good drawing challenge because it's real easy to get them screwed up. I think that I think the neck is too short and the head is a little, like, it needs to be out a little further, basically. Probably, I think I got a good length on it, but yeah, it's a little different. We'll see. And no, I'm not going to try to put the strings on this. We need to look up the video of the cats playing with a theremin. Oh, I know. I've seen that one, Wes. It's hilarious. I love it. Susan says, nice paintings. It's hard to paint that small. Thank you. You found a video on bagpipe sounds on guitar. I'm gonna have to figure out something in the lineup to try it. My Uncle Greg would be thrilled, because he actually he's played in a bagpipe band since, gosh, the 80s. And he's a drummer, too. Yeah. It's a short scale LP. It's an LP for cats is what it is, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't have any of the beasts downstairs. You know, I love having them down here, but I've had paintings on that I've varnished that are out on open tables, and they're just gonna. They love playing around, and they'll jump up on any flat surface. And the last thing I need are cat prints on my paintings. Theremin are the spooky ghosts of musical instruments. Yeah, but you know, the cool thing is I could do music like Forbidden Planet and Day the Earth Stood Still live on the live stream. That would be ideal, right? I would be thrilled. Who knows? We'll get there. Anyhow, all right, I think I'm going to wrap this up this week, everybody. I want to thank you all for joining me on this Friday afternoon. And for those of you on the West Coast, thank you also for joining. And New Zealand, oh my gosh, thank you. I hope you had a fun Saturday morning. Excellent. We will definitely be back next week, and I swear I'll finish the damn videos that I'm working on. Anyhow, new trend, furry varnish. Yes, we'll have cat prints embedded. That'll be my new signature, the cat print signature. Awesome, everyone. Okay, stay safe. We'll catch you next time, and let's be careful out there, right? I'll leave you again with our outro, and hope to see you all next week. Bye-bye. All right, so I've taken my white paint with my little fan brush here, and let's just see how crazy this goes. This is where I throw paint everywhere. That just kind of gives it an air of legitimacy that it doesn't deserve. You know? I have Bob Ross the shit out of this painting.